How many clubs in the wine sphere, Ed, can say the wines featured in 1978?
One.
And so, listen to this. Listen to these.
Okay, listen to these.
The white was Le Fleuron from Joseph Phelps, non-vintage.
Okay.
Now, Bruce Nyer was in here.
Bruce Nyer.
He was the sales manager for
Phelps. That's
Phelps
right.
at that time.
Yep.
It's very likely he sold my dad that wine.
Probably.
And we have a nice video online of Bruce Nyer me interviewing Bruce, because his first soiree into wines in Napa was in 1969 after the, I guess he was in the Korean War. Anyway, but the red, Masson Dubois Châteauneuf-du-Pape.
Oh yeah, sure. Well,
I remember that. Yeah,
But that's the second. That was the second Châteauneuf-du-Pape we featured in '78. We had two of them in '78. Go do one now.
Yeah, were they $70, $80 a bottle now?
Yeah, well, I mean,
for a good one.
Well, for a good one, yeah, you can buy one for $40, but I wouldn't drink it.
I wouldn't drink it either because they're not so good. Okay, here you go.
I keep telling you, you got the wrong end on. Now put it away. Here, give me some wine.
Hey, welcome to the continuing winemaker series here at Wine of the Month Club. And we were a little late because this is the November video, which will come out soon. Did you look it up?
No.
Oh, God.
You did, though.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
As you know, you typically will look up the previous wines from November, which would now be 1978, right? 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll do that before the December selection. But, man, we have this. I'm telling you, Ed, the end of this quarter and the first part of next year, the whole quarter, the wines are like off the charts.
They really are. No, I totally agree with you, and it's not because you pay me to do so, but quite honestly, I have been blown away by some of the things you've been getting at the prices that we've been getting them for. I mean, it's crazy. But then again, there's so much wine out there. There is so much wine out there. It is just crazy. And half of these 3/4 of people made their money doing something else. It's a hobby.
Like this deal right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oops, that one's full.
God forbid we should have it full.
No, it's empty, open. This is Brut, California Brut. Right. Nice package, right?
Nothing champenois.
Tiffany blue, heavy glass, the whole thing, and it's what did I sell for $12.95.
Something like that, yeah.
Method champenois.
I know.
Which means it's made in the bottle. And who would make that much of this that I can buy it and sell it for $12.95?
The fact is, but you can't use this as an example because these guys
they're
the 8th largest winery in California. They know what they're doing. But, they can somehow make money at it, obviously. Well, maybe they didn't. The fact is, wait for it. Thank you. Now, see, a lot of things that we get, quite honestly, they've already made their money on and they just want to get rid of the inventory, so they drop the pants.
What goes with champagne?
Just about anything.
Rubber chicken?
Sushi. Thank you. Can we get started here before it gets totally out of line? Thank you.
All right, so
Classic Series, November 2018.
This is the first. This is the Metamorphosis. You have it.
I have it. Yes.
That is this.
Yeah.
When we were brought these wines to us from Paso, and were the opportunity to buy multiple vintages. I think this glass is dirty. Multiple vintages and multiple varietals, aged in the bottle, and offer them for $12.95 and more at $7.99. I actually look pretty like I know what I'm doing.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far, but I mean.
Look at this. This is classic Cabernet.
These wines from this place are really out of this world. They're absolutely unbelievable.
So I don't understand. We were talking. They had 60,000 cases of wines in shiners, they call it, which is unlabeled wines, and they're not allowed to sell those until they're labeled legally. But who would make 60,000 extra cases? And they still have like 20,000 cases.
The owner, at last count, was worth $600 million. Okay, so What do you think 60,000 cases of wine means to him? Okay, that's number one. Number two, his daughters were playing at the winery. They wanted to play winery. It seemed kind of cool, and then they lost interest. So they just kept making wine and bottling it and putting it in the cellar. And that was it. So, I'll tell you.
And all of a sudden they decided they're going to release them, or what? I don't remember what happened.
I don't know what happened. The only thing I can think of is some accountant came and said, excuse me, but you got like a few $1 million worth of wine sitting here, or maybe not worth that much anymore, and isn't it time to get rid of it? Or they ran out of room. There's always that possibility.
Well, 60,000 cases is
unbelievable. But
what's that, 1,000 pallets?
But I tell you
More.
what. But what's interesting, Paul, more interesting, is that the wines are so damn good. They really are.
Which means
incredible.
this is a 12, so it was in the bottle for 5 years already.
Probably, yeah.
And which means it was very balanced when it got in the bottle, because it's very balanced now. It's going to go further. But what I like about it is the cassis. It is so classic Cab.
Yeah, but the thing you also have to take into consideration is the fact that these wines were made, aged, bottled, put in the cellar, and never touched. They weren't moved.
No, they weren't moved.
They
right.
weren't. They didn't. Nothing happened to them. So they were in perfect condition. And it really is a testament to the vineyard, because obviously they can make wines that'll age. And I mean, wine is a lot harder than people give it credit for.
And the temperature was like so consistent. Look at that cork. It's
Perfect.
barely any.
It's perfect. Temperature, the humidity, everything was perfect. Okay.
So great weight, great cassis, complex in the middle. I mean, I was going through. Actually, this is. We got a bunch of mail the other day for specials at Total Wine and all those places, and they had their wines for $7, $8, $9, $12. Okay, the stuff that's $7, that this is $7.99 if you want more of it. It's like, what's that red? Apothic red. Have you ever tasted that stuff? Oh my god! It tastes
It's like drinking an apothecary drug.
It's terrible. That's the stuff that you can get from the stores for the same price as you can get a nice pedigreed aged Paso Robles Cabernet.
Look. Where do you go from here? I mean, really, it's just it's $7.98, yeah, 98 easily. I mean, if not 100. I mean, the wine is just out of this world.
100.
100.
100.
100.
You got 100.
I want 100. Okay, and I get the second one too.
It's too good to be true.
Too good to be true.
We set out years ago to sort of corner the market and text speak. This glass was dirty. Text speak brands. We have OMG.
They believe you. Well,
wow, this is. I get green apples. I get a little bit of vanilla.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, the balance on this wine is just spectacular. 2015, so it's already close to 3 years old.
Wow.
You know
what I like about it? It's got enough acid in the finish, right? So you get this nose. You're not expecting that kind of acid in the nose. Let me get. But the green apples is great.
and this is in Paso Robles, which is a warmer area. But as I said in one of the write-ups, they learned how to deal with the heat there by training the leaves over the grape, so that the sun is filtered through the leaves and they don't get overripe. And I mean, this wine.
This is on the
perfect.
Highway 46 side.
Yeah, this is on the east side,
Which is not far from the James Jean Crash site, in case you didn't know. You ever been there?
No, I haven't, but I know. Yeah, I know where it is.
So you drive up, and then it says there's a cafe, and it says the James Jean Crash site. You go there, and this plaque says 300 feet from here. I don't want to be 300 feet from the James Jean. I want to be at the James Jean Crash site.
Okay, well that's because it's down there, and you can't get there from here.
But that is two sides of Paso Robles that are distinctly different in character, and as well they grow slightly different varietals. A lot of French varietals, southern varietals are grown on the west side, but this is from the east side, which is the hotter side. It's also the Zacamesa side and the Meridian side.
Well, Meridian side, what used to be Meridian.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's still Meridian. Are they still there? Which used to be something else. Anyway, this is barrel fermented, but not new barrels. So you got a little bit of vanilla, you got a little bit of oak, but it's all integrated. It's not just kaboom. Let's just hit you with a toothpick. Boop. All right, so
That's my favorite line that people know. People go. I go. It's not like you're chewing on a popsicle stick. They go, oh, wow, that's so funny. That's great. This
$18.99 on the shelf, $6.99.
You get the femininity of the oak being barrel fermented.
Yeah.
And not overly barrel aged. $18.99 on the shelf, $6.99 for more.
Another 98.
It's a 98, yeah.
Yeah,
It's classic.
Yeah. Classic. That's the
It's
series.
classic.
Yeah, you got
Classic
that right
series.
there. I'm glad we're on the same page.
All right, so here's
Are we supposed to be turning the sound off for each one of these?
no. Oh, we never did the intro. You're not paying attention, Ed.
Well, of course we didn't do the intro because you don't know what the wines are. We'll do the intro afterwards. And
No,
every,
we'll go with the wine. That's a good idea. How about that?
every now and then.
The blind squirrel gets an acorn. So, I use that term all the time. Let me tell you why I use that term.
Tell me why you use that term.
Lena, my youngest daughter, who I coached softball, I coached all my kids. She knows, and she wasn't the most talented player in the world. She barely ever hit the ball. She just showed up, and she was great to have on the team. But in the toughest game I ever played in my career as a coach for 5-7 years, including high school, where my players did nothing. They struck out. This pitcher struck out 19 of 21 people. Struck them out. So we're just sitting there with dugout going, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. My daughter gets up, who hasn't had a hit, hasn't even touched the ball all season, and drills this line drive. And I told her, I said, that's like a blind squirrel gets his. She didn't appreciate that too much.
I'm sure she didn't. I don't know that I appreciate it right now, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
So this is a 2013 Monrovia station, named after the infamous Monrovia station, oddly
Well,
enough.
this is the label is the last train in the 70s that went through the station before it was shuttered, and now it's open again.
Well, it's opening, isn't it?
No,
it's not
well,
open
the
yet.
station itself is going to be a restaurant, but the station, actually functional train station, which is adjacent to it, is open, and the Gold Line's running on it. So we bottled this in commemoration of that, and it's been a great local celebration for people. But this is, again, Merlot from Paso Robles. You know what I like about it is because it's distinctly different from the Cab.
Well, it should be. It's a
I
different
know,
grade.
but sometimes you don't get that.
Well, sometimes, yeah, but a lot of that has to do with winemaking too. People have to know what they're doing, which happens on occasion.
I love the fruit in this.
I
I love the raspberry.
But a lot of people are ragging on Merlot. No, I don't like Merlot as much anymore. Well, okay, you changed. Merlot didn't change. If anything, it's gotten better. I mean, it's got some really nice medium tannins. I wouldn't call them soft, and I wouldn't call them tannic. But you got wine in your mouth, and it's a food wine. You need to have it with food. You have this with a steak, and that sharpness in the end disappears.
I'm with short ribs with this.
I go short ribs with
And
anything.
what is the phenomenon with short ribs? You could have gone. What happened with it?
Comfort food, man.
I know, but it wasn't on any menu 10 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know about that. No, it's always been there. It's just that now it's everywhere.
And the way they're creating it, and the character.
Yeah, and $10 a pound for short ribs too.
Is it now?
Oh yeah, for good ones. Yeah, that's what I pay. But I'll tell you, if I pay $6 a pound, they don't taste that good.
Well, I think short rib, if it's not, the meat's not good. It's not good.
Yeah, well, the other problem is you cook it for so long, it has to have marbled fat in it, although otherwise it dries out.
Yeah.
People think that you can cook something submerged in liquid and it's not going to be dry. It's the fat that makes it juicy, not the liquid.
You haven't asked for my account number for Restaurant Depot because their meat is great.
You want to see my card?
Oh.
I'll show you my card.
Wine Club Ed Masciana, president.
I've had the Restaurant Depot card for I don't know 15
I think their meats
years.
are really good.
Their meat is very good.
Choice.
I totally agree. Their meat, the quality of their products are very good, especially for the price. But they make Costco look like the dollar store.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
true.
huge. But
I buy their New York or their rib roast, the prime rib. Tie it up, put on a spit. So good.
I'll tell you, the sleeper in that store is the outside skirt steak. Outside
Really?
skirt. Oh man, the problem is you got to buy 27,000 pounds of
That's
this stuff.
exactly right.
And you do have to dress it, which means you have to pull off the membrane.
Yes, that's the thing. All the meats they have.
It's a little bit of a pain.
I have to trim
but I'm telling you, for the money, you will never in your life have a better piece of meat.
No,
It's
check that out.
unbelievable. It's just because it's got all this marbled fat.
So what do you think of this wine, Ed?
I love it. It's 98. I'm tired of these
What's
98s. Could you bring me a 97, please?
What's wrong with you?
You want a list, or do you want to?
I'll say 97 then. Just
Okay,
to
fine,
screw
thank
it
you.
up. Just to screw it up. Because you can't give 98s around like they're
Why
nothing.
do
Just
you
throw them
make
around.
this so difficult? I don't understand.
By the way, Sunday, not this Sunday, next Sunday, Peter Dills is going to be broadcasting from this shop.
Peter Dills. I know that name.
Elmer Dill's son.
Oh, you're kidding.
He's a food critic. So
What a
set
surprise.
up a remote feed here, and we're going to have a tasting and broadcast if you want to show up. It's 12 o'clock. So this was a sleeper. This guy came in. This is one of our regular suppliers, but wines are too expensive for what they're worth.
This is
And all of a sudden, this guy walks in with his wine, and I can sell it for $18.99 on the shelf. It's $12.48 as the first shipment, but you get more for $6.99. I'm like, are you sure this is the same? Hello, it's the same company. Hello, McFly.
This is really nice.
So distinctly different from the Too Good to Be True. It's a little more oak, a little more almost lactic. Seems like the lactic acid's conversion was higher.
Well, but when you use oak, depending on the oak you use, because obviously they're not all created equally.
That's great.
You can get sometimes the hard vanilla, the soft vanilla, or you can get the spice, and that's what in here. That's spicy. It's got a little bit of clove, a little cinnamon, a little bit of
That's exactly
coriander.
right.
I mean, it's just because that's what you're getting. That's the first thing it hits you is the spice. Not the vanilla. I mean, you get the vanilla eventually, but it's so amazing. I mean, winemaking.
If I'm not careful, I guess I'm in the hat.
Oh, God forbid.
Or on my chin.
Where's the clapper when you need it?
But this is it's brighter than the other one. It has so the balance is a little bit different, but it's all the way through. It still works.
I think.
I'm going to say 97 just to say 97.
Okay, I'm going to say 97.
You know what? It's funny. The nose is way more effusive than the other one.
Yes and no. I don't know. I don't know that the nose is that much different in terms of presence, but the difference in the aromas is stark.
Big difference.
And they're
Big difference,
They're
Ed.
both labeled Chardonnay. Go figure that one out. And that's our show for today, boys and girls.
That's the classic series for November 2018.
Ba-ding.
Hey, see you on the flip side.